Hello and welcome back to the Gallant Goblin Plays Candlekeep Mysteries. I'm back with everybody around the table again for part 2. How are y'all doing this week?
Good.
So my question first of all, let's just introduce each other again, ourselves again, and who your characters are. And if there's any details of your characters we may have left out the first time, we can hear about those. Let's start on this side of the table. Benji, tell us a little bit about you and your character.
Yes, I am playing the character of Giannis Quattlebum, who, so far, I feel like we found out is a little bit of a diva. But is not afraid to ask questions when it doesn't bother him to do so.
Fair. Jamie?
My name is Jamie. I'm playing Aquaria. She's a high elf bard, so she's a performer. She cares so much about everything.
Animal lover.
And loves animals, has to help people. Like, she's the relatable person out of Aquaria and the Gooblies. She's the one that, like, the fans make, like, fan montages of.
We've gotten so much fan art in the last week.
She makes everyone feel so important when she talks to them, you know?
Twitter fan cams.
Yeah.
Such an
Like little magic holograms.
Yeah. She just cares so much about everyone and everything. It's just, it's an
Except
inspiration.
for Dwarven Library.
I care for the party.
You do.
Yeah.
And you're not alone, correct?
No, I'm not alone. That's right. I have a lady in waiting. Her name's Hilda.
Hilda?
Yeah, Hilda. She's just such a good lady in waiting. You know? She really does just wait. Yeah.
Kind of forgot she was there.
Very good. And tell us a little bit about your character, Connor.
Yes, my name is Connor Woods. I am playing TikTok. Just to clarify, his name is actually the noise a clock makes, but everyone just calls him TikTok because no one wants to make the noise at him. And what we forgot to talk about last week is that I've got a homunculus servant with me. He is a tiny little bird named Tweeter. So we've got TikTok and Tweeter.
Yeah. Perfect. Of course we do.
Harry, who are you and who are you playing?
Yeah, my name's Harry. I'm playing Justin Glowstar, just your resident mercenary. You know, I move heavy stuff, I push things around, all that good stuff.
Oh, and we're so thankful for it.
This group needs a glow star.
Yeah.
We can agree.
Roadie Glowstar.
What did we learn about your party last week? Like, tell us about the group as a whole.
I feel like we're really just looking like we're supporting TikTok a lot in his want to learn, but we're all just kind of like looking for the next best thing, and none of us seem to have really found it. And this is like our best, like the most interesting thing that's happened to us in a while now.
You're also forgetting our name is Aquaria and the Goblin.
Oh yeah, we've got this whole band thing. That's really fun.
It's a hybrid of performance art and like,
music.
And music.
Yeah, very ethereal feel.
Mm-hmm.
Like you leave and you're like, I know what it is. I know what that is. That's art.
And you've all come to Candlekeep looking for your next great adventure, and it seems like maybe an adventure has found you. You were looking through some books trying to find something, and an old dwarf comes running down the hallway at you, carrying this big, heavy, square tome, and reaches out to you and says he has something very important to tell you, and then drops dead. So naturally, you roll the body off and try to see what this book is all about.
Yep.
And you discover the book is a bunch of blueprints and sketches and designs for buildings inside Candlekeep. And it looks like it's been well read. And you don't know, do you have a theory about what this dwarf was all about, why he wanted to bring this book to you? You did question him. And
you got one question.
What was it that you learned from the question?
That we just needed to find
Stonky.
Stonky. I almost said Doofy.
Stonky and the livestock.
You have to stop Stonky and the livestock.
Yeah, that's what it is. Stonky.
In the barn door.
Yes.
Really, TikTok's dealing with the books. I'm just here to help.
You learned that Stonky was a custodian.
Mm-hmm.
You learned that the barn door was a building that's in the inner keep, but maybe not being used because it had a no trespassing sign out front. What else did you learn about this? Not a lot.
Not much learning about the dwarf specifically. We sort of set him up in a corner and said he died in the earthquake. There was a mysterious earthquake that occurred.
Yes.
We don't know why the earthquake happened, but it was supposedly not arcane.
Oh, and the horses. We did find out the 4 horses.
He cried.
One of them fell in the water. One of them learned how to cry. They were so
Poor
scared.
Aquaria was torn up.
And then, of course, we met these 3 custodians who yelled for Stonky and are going to try and kill us now.
Yes, so you managed to make your way. You got your hall pass to enter the inner ward, and you made your way with very explicit and lovely instructions from a little halfling to lead you to the barn door to get like 10 minutes. You got there, Arcane locked the door. We don't have time for this, and made your way inside, and you found a library. There's bookshelves everywhere, and a little table in the middle of the room, and 3 custodians are sweeping the floor with brooms. They pick their brooms up. There's a gnome, there's a human, and a half-elf. And they scream for Stonky and charge at you. I think that's a good point to roll some initiative, my friends.
I think so.
Alrighty.
Oh, no.
Off the table.
It's gone.
First roll of initiative already on the table.
Ooh.
Justin, what did you get?
I have a 20.
20, not fooling around. TikTok.
7.
A gentleman 7. Giannis.
23.
23. Aquaria.
Yikes.
22. This is a
Oh,
high.
Everybody's going before.
Right.
This is a high level party.
I
Okay.
got a 12.
Oh. Sure. Sure she did.
Before I opened the door, she just ducked back here.
Fair.
Just wait.
She has her drink tray ready to go just in case anyone needs a beverage. If you get a little thirsty, you're a bit peckish in this battle.
Whatever it is.
All right, we're going to jump right in then. You're all outside the door. It's a tower. The room in front of you is relatively small, and so there's not a lot of room to maneuver. Giannis, you are up. What do you want to do?
Giannis has taken the form of the dark-haired elf that it had seen earlier, so
Yes.
immediately we'll just kind of come to the door and be, please, they're with me, and say that to all of the people attacking with brooms.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a persuasion check.
Oh!
32.
32.
A nat
20.
20, yeah.
Okay. You look at that 20s.
There goes the battle map. Perfect.
This did happen
Get outta
the
here.
first battle of our last game too. They just talked themselves out of the very first battle. Like, all right. I did put the map together and gathered all the minis. But sure, a natural 20, sure.
Well, hold on. I do. Giannis does have some needs here, though. So I will kind of take an aside to Justin and say, Justin, they are calm. If you do want to take their lives, you could use the soul stone.
And so one of them takes the broom down and says, what can we do for you?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. And I just look at TikTok. A barn door, livestock? I'm gonna throw my eyebrows up, seeing if that hits anything.
And he says, what did you say?
That was the livestock, looking just for livestock.
First donkey! And they charge you.
How did I not know?
That would be your action.
Yeah, that's fine. That's a bonus action. I'm just gonna hide.
Just duck back behind.
I'm gonna duck back behind a bookshelf or something.
Alrighty. Well, Aquaria, then you are up.
Okay. Let's see. These guys are charging at us.
They are charging at you with brooms.
With brooms. That changes everything.
Has Aquaria seen a broom?
Oh.
She has seen a broom.
She touched
She
a broom.
doesn't touch brooms.
Okay. Would she consider it threatening if someone was approaching her
one
with a
for the photo shoot.
Oh,
For
yeah.
the Halloween calendar, yeah.
That's fair.
Calendar.
What would she like to do in this situation?
Ooh, I am going to...
It's a tricky situation.
It's a tricky situation. I'm going to go ahead and just cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
Get on out of here.
Okay. You're
And
gone.
as our most capable person here,
I'll try.
I'm going to look at Justin and be like, you got this.
We're just gonna leave Justin and I.
but you don't. You just hear that voice.
Right.
You don't see the
Yeah.
thumbs up. All right, Justin.
The two of us are the highest initiative rolls, and we both just disappear. Like, no, you had no initiative.
We're the divas. Come on.
You both step out of the way of the door so Justin can have full access to the
Yeah.
interior. Justin, what do you want to do?
Swing a thing.
Let's see. How far away am I? It's
Not too far.
not too.
You're a
far.
little bit. I mean, you're right outside the door. I don't know. I mean, who was the one who opened the door initially? I think it was TikTok.
I
Wasn't
think it was me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But you can push TikTok aside.
Yeah. Well, and you can see. I think you can see my little homunculus. He doesn't look like a bird, but there's a bird just perched on my shoulder. You can.
Sounds good. So I will say, I guess, are these the drummers we've been looking for?
Just a few steps behind.
And I go to the first one and I give him a really big bear hug.
Okay. The grapple check?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and roll your grapple check.
That would be a 20.
Yeah, no, that'll do.
Okay.
Okay, so you get him in a bear hug.
I get him, and then
And that one is the looks like the half elf.
Okay. And then I see the little one behind. I was like, that one's so adorable. And I move 5 more, and with my other hand, I like try to grapple the other one.
Are you able to grapple 2 people at once?
Yes.
Okay. Just give him a 2 little.
Oh my god.
It's like the older brother getting him in a headlock.
16.
16, that'll be fine.
Oh my gosh.
So you got the gnome in one hand, you got to kind of bend down. You got a half elf in the other hand. You're just like this. All right.
Y'all do great, guys.
Yeah.
TikTok. What do you do with it?
Wonderful job, Justin.
I didn't expect to go. My 7 beat the
It
custodians.
sure did.
So then I guess that begs the question, how legitimately threatening are these custodians?
Give me a perception check.
TikTok doesn't want to just ruthlessly murder people who are sweeping. Where's my perception? Is a +0, so that's 11.
11. They look like your average custodians. They don't look like they've been spending a lot of time at the gym in their off hours.
Right.
They don't necessarily have any arcane foci that you can see.
Mhm.
There's none of them seem to be on the verge of turning into a dragon. They just look like
Okay.
custodians, for what that's worth.
Then I guess this is going to be overkill on them. Everything I've got is
Go for it. Feel dash.
Everything I have is just going to be ridiculous overkill on these guys. But you know what? Why not? We're going to go ahead.
Fireball.
Fireball. So this last one that's ungrappled, TikTok parts his cloak. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and enter the room and get airborne. So I've got 35 feet.
You're flying.
Yeah, I've got
Kengu?
winged boots.
Oof.
Oh,
It's the dream.
You can't fly.
I
'cause your
can't
fingers
fly
got
on my
wing
own.
boots.
Remind me again, what is each square? It's
5 feet.
20. We'll just get right up here and then airborne by like a couple of feet. He parts his cloak a little bit, and he's got a gem in his chest, and I'm going to use my infiltrator. I've got a lightning launcher.
Oh my god.
So
You're an artificer.
Oh, that's not great though. It's +8, so that's 15.
Yeah, that hits.
I'm sorry. I know this is overkill on these.
No,
guys,
no, I'm
but,
loving it. Saves me a lot of work.
And then as he's flying up into the air, he just yells back at them, "For Stonky!" Just to like baffle them. Oh, that's not great. It's that's a 5.
5 points of damage?
Yep.
Okay. So this lightning bolt, what does it look like? What happens?
It is. It looks exactly like what you'd expect lightning to look like. Almost like too perfect of like a lightning strike. Like if you are looking at it, you're like, that looks like an artist drew that. Like it's not like real lightning.
It shoots out of the gem
Yeah, it shoots out of the gym in the chest.
and just noise and hits this human right in the middle of its chest.
Uh-huh.
And it just staggers back, looks down and looks up at you and takes his broom up and is continuing to charge.
Okay, well I've got a second attack.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do the same thing again.
It's their fault at this point. Really.
That's even higher. That's a 9 plus.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Oh, that's a harder hit. That's a 9. 9 points of damage now.
Another lightning bolt hits and just glitters everywhere. He just explodes all over the bookcases, all over the floor. There's the glass lining the bookcases just kind of smearing down on the sides, on the table.
Giannis is behind the bookshelf, just like gives another soul stone and just like he captures, just like thank you everyone.
Did I do that?
Thank you. Worth every moment of that struggle of non-talking.
And then after me, my homunculus goes. So,
Okay.
Oh no.
he's just going to come into the room here flying as well. What's the range on his? He's got a force strike. He can only communicate as well as I can communicate.
Okay.
Meaning that he can't speak actual common either. He can just repeat what other people have said. So Tweeter just lets out a mighty like mob sounding yell, like all of the voices of a mob, and then uses force strike on the one that's the half elf.
The half elf. All right. It's being held.
So that's 18.
That'll hit.
And that's only a d4 plus 2.
Oh, that would have to lift a little liner out to get to that one.
Yeah, there we go.
Using some heartbeat dice tonight.
Yeah. So that is 4.
Okay. So,
4 damage on them.
all right. So you got a little bit of force bolt, was it?
Yeah, force strike.
Okay. Just pure energy, and just knocks his shoulder out of socket as you're holding him in your. You can hear it. You can feel like a little as you're holding him. It is now the cultist's turn.
It feels so mean.
Yeah.
It feels so mean to do that.
I mean, nobody likes to help. So they have the grapple condition. So their speed is 0 feet, and they receive no benefit from speed-derived bonuses. And so to escape this grapple, what are the rules for escaping a grapple? I haven't grappled in a good long time. Here, escape grapple.
Yeah.
Make a strength, athletics, or dexterity acrobatics check contested by the grappler's strength check. So yeah, 2 of them are going to try to get out of your grapple. There's only 2 left, so that makes my turn easy.
Yep.
So what are their abilities? Okay, they're going to use dex. They're going to try to just wiggle their way out.
Okay.
And so...
Not 20.
the first one got a natural 4
Okay.
for 5. And the other one rolled a natural... What'd you get?
12.
Natural 16 for 17. The little
Please tell me it's
gnome.
the gnome. Yes!
Yeah, the little
Yes!
gnome. Man, you think you got him, but turns out you just have his little hat off the top of his head. And he gets away, and he takes out his broom and just starts beating you on the back with it. So that is a... Roll my dice. Oh, that's a 17 to hit.
That just hits.
Okay, very good.
No, I thought they had to use their action to get out of the grapple.
Oh, you're right. That's an action to get out of the grapple, isn't it? Fair point. Fair point.
So he squirmed out, but
yes,
he
making a
can't
test.
do nothing else.
Yeah. So he's gonna ineffectually hit you up with a lot of flavor on the back. All right, and that is their turn.
Oh.
You escaped a whole bunch of damage there, my friend. A lot of bludge. All bludge damage. Giannis, you're up.
Great. Giannis will appear from behind the bookshelf and will go help Justin with the one who's got grappled, and will try to stab it with swipe at it with its rapier.
Okay.
Its rapier. Yeah, the green.
Now I'm letting y'all control the minis tonight.
Yeah.
Because that guy's dead.
Oh, you can give me my dead mini back.
Unfortunately, I straight up ganked him.
He is a little bit bent there, so that's fair.
21.
That'll hit.
Wonderful.
It just feels mean.
You're hitting the one that was already hit, the half elf?
The one
Yes.
he's got
Yeah.
still. Yeah, so that's 6 points of damage.
What was your... Describe your
Right
goal.
here. So I just come out and I don't love using weapons, so Giannis comes out and he's like, "Oh, Justin, you're doing such a good job. Let me see if I can just help." And just kind of just like swings at it, trying to like dodge. Justin just very awkward. Just like, oh, there you go. Maybe that will help.
And just right across the throat. And just his life as it's just
so unfortunate, so messy.
all over your arm.
And I collect the soul. And then, as a bonus action, I'm going to do Wails from the Grave. which will... Well, I didn't even get to do my sneak attack.
I'm so sorry. Would you like to roll your sneak attack damage?
Yeah, we'll just say I did it. We'll just say I did it. 'Cause then I'm just going to do Wails from the Grave, which is 3d6 necrotic damage to a second creature.
Okay, so that would be the lady in waiting?
No, that'll be the little
The gnome.
the gnome.
Okay. Maybe has it coming though.
20. so much overkill. Yeah, let's see. That's 8, 13, 19, 20 points.
What does this look like?
Again, just like, oh, poor little thing. And just kind of like trying to decapitate it, just like with a backwards.
Oh, is this another kind of sword attack? Or
Oh yeah, this is a rapier. Or no, sorry, no, you're right. This is this is necrotic damage. So it's just like from the Wails from the Grave. So it's just kind of like a, oh, gross. And it's grossing me out as it comes out from like my hands. And I'm like, oh, sorry about this little one. And then
it's going to push off your hands, and it just kind of covers his face. You see his skin melt away from his face until there's nothing but a little skeleton left, a little gnomish skeleton, and then he just crumples to the ground.
Yes, hate that for you. But love it for me if you take a soul.
Well, the combat is over. You're out of danger. Did you feel the danger?
Yeah. I felt,
Okay.
I do feel like we could have learned something from them,
Right.
but
They are bones and gibs and the throat slash. So
We can ask them things if we want. But do that
we get one question per.
you do.
So if that becomes relevant to anyone.
What would you like to do? You are in this dusty. Well, it's a little library. You can do some more investigation, have a conversation, whatever you like.
Yeah, I think as soon as combat's done, since I'm already in the air, I'm immediately turning and looking at the books. And specifically, I want to see if there are any that are are perturbed, like less dusty, like clearly recently messed with. Is that?
Yeah, give me a investigation check.
That's another nat 20
Okay.
plus 8, I think.
Need
So.
to test y'all's dice before these games. So
Yeah, it is.
It's your die.
that's a heartbeat dice.
Yes.
Our good friends. So looking through the books on here, nothing looks. They all seem to be. Everything in here is very clean.
Oh, okay.
Except for all the blood and the gimps
Right,
and the ash on the floor and the bones. And before you walked in, everything was immaculate. There's no dust on the floor. The windows on all the bookcases are all very clean, no smudges. All the books look well dusted. Looking through the books, you can see a lot of them are just kind of boring, plodding dissertations of questionable use or value. They are arranged in alphabetical order, and you do notice that there is a gap where one book seems to be missing.
Mm-hmm.
So there is that.
Would it happen to start with a K?
It sure would.
Hey, there it is. It's, let me guess, Kandlekeep Dekonstruktion?
That would fit right in there with their organizational scheme.
Beautiful.
So yeah, looking through the books, that's what you see.
Right. Does Hilda just start coming in and cleaning up after us?
Yes.
Like all the gibs and everything, she's just cleaning.
Yes. Yes, it's
Hilda, could you take my rapier?
Wiping down.
She like, free broom!
Wiping down Giannis's hands.
Oh, my blood. Deal with that, please.
Does she have little wet wipes that she like in an airplane?
just like a magician's trick of wet wipes.
Worth every penny.
So that's canon. All right. What else would you like to do in here? There's a staircase in the back leading up. You can look, whatever you'd like to do.
Do they have anything on them?
The staircase?
No, the bloody puddles.
The bloody, the 3 brooms.
On the table, was there anything in the center of the room?
Yeah, so against the far wall, there's the wooden staircase with the green carpeting that's heading up.
Mm-hmm.
In front of the staircases, there's a golden credenza with images of farm animals carved into it. And there's a high-backed chair with burgundy cushions that sits behind the credenza.
Oh, I immediately go for the chair and just kind of like lazily lie in it sideways.
It is very comfortable and very finely made.
Oh, finally something with luxury in this damn place.
He's making that look so comfortable that I'm gonna go too, but I'm definitely still invisible. So you just see the cushion kind of divot a little bit.
Oh, not really a love seat there, Aquaria, please.
I just prop my legs up.
If you must, fine.
TikTok, definitely. I'm gonna go up to the pictures of the livestock, just repeating, and the livestock from our poor deceased dwarven friend. I really don't think we ever got his name.
No, you didn't. I didn't think you were ever going to acknowledge his existence.
And the whole time I'm investigating that, I mean, is there anything? Just what livestock are in the pictures and everything. But while I'm doing that, Tweeter is just going up to each picture and imitating the noise of the animal that is in that picture.
Yeah.
So what do we got?
Let me double check here. Yeah, I mean, it is just some goats, some cows, and some chickens in the picture. And it looks like this was probably installed when the building was built.
Are they movable?
No, it's just kind of part of the wall. It's just kind of, it's just carved. The images are kind of carved right into it.
Oh, gotcha.
Into the wall.
Well, then I don't know that, again, TikTok would communicate it because he's just in his own world at this point because being surrounded by books is great. So I think he's just going to start heading up the stairs like immediately, not worrying about the two in the chair.
Is this room like cleaner than normal? Because like we've been hanging out around.
Not anymore.
Right? Not anymore. No.
He'll all do it good.
Because I noticed that you said that it was like immaculately clean.
Yeah.
Is it like suspiciously clean?
Where's the line?
Yeah.
Between immaculate and suspicious. It
Well,
depends on
I'm
where
asking-
your character draws that line.
Well, I guess I'm asking just like in relation to the rest of Candlekeep. Does it look like it's kept to the same standard or a better one?
Better standard.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, it was stuffed to the gills with custodians.
Yeah.
We walked into the room that the custodians were chilling.
But this is an important room.
Maybe they just made it nice for us. Maybe they expected us to come at some point. You know, it's just nice.
I don't think so. I don't think a lot of people didn't even know who we were whenever we got here.
Can't we just have nice things for once?
I just say that you kind of look down and you kind of got like little bits of liver on your feet.
Hilda! I'm taking way too much advantage of Hilda.
That's what she's there for.
Justin and I go upstairs.
Okay, you're headed up the stairs. So, now this is interesting. So, this is... as you're going up, you start to smell the sense of salted meats and dried fruits. There are bookcases in this room, but they're not full of books. They're full of rations and foods that have been prepared. There's huge windows that are sealed off. There's huge windows that seal off a pair of try this again. A huge window sealed off a pair of alcoves that are set into the tower walls, and there's an inward curving wall between the staircases that has another staircase going that has a iron door built into it. And the ceiling itself is braced by 4 wooden pillars, between which are 4 pairs of stocky wooden chairs facing forward, and in each chair, which is, the chairs themselves are bolted to the ground, you see ropes tied up, and each chair has an occupant. They are 4 people in custodial uniforms that are tied into these chairs. You see 2 half-orcs, a half-elf, and a dwarf, all tied in to these chairs in this room full of rations. And they just look up at you as you walk in, and they look at each other, and they just look a little panicked.
Oh my God! Says a voice from the void because
I go, for Stunky! And then like look at them expectantly.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
I don't know what to say.
Are you guys okay?
Yes, who are you?
Is this like a thing? You guys like being tied up?
You You should go.
Justin
You
is
should
never,
know
never
so.
guilty of kink shaming. Never.
Is this your thing? Maybe
You
we're
need
looking
to
for
go
another
now.
intersection.
You need to go. You need to go.
This seems private. Shall we go?
Do y'all want to be untied? Oh my god.
So if you come upstairs now,
Yeah. I will come out of invisibility. That's weird.
So yeah, one of the other half orcs says, "You're running out of time. You better get out of here. Tie yourself down."
Tie yourself down.
I think TikTok looks at Justin and Aquarius like, the livestock? like is that...
I've come up as well, and I'm like, is it meats?
Only
That's
drawn
your
by the smell of food.
Yes, there's people here. Well, carry on. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna make my. Can I see like the food table, or like can I see food?
There's not food. It's nothing on the tables. It's all put behind glass doors, stuffed into these bookcases.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go like inspect while they're like. I'm not really bothered by the people tied to the chairs.
Yeah, I mean, you go in there and it looks like everything has been nicely packed and wrapped and tied up and stuffed into every nook and cranny in this room.
Okay. Is there a way for me to access it?
Yeah, I mean, you can just open the door.
Yeah, I'm just gonna open the door and just take a little bit.
It's like, no, not that away. Says one of the half orcs.
In the chair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't feel like I have to.
The half orcs looks to the others in the chair and says, "Don't tell them anything. They're not supposed to be here."
I'm gonna do one of these like. Just, like try and judge their reaction.
Say nothing. Say nothing.
And then I'm gonna put one in my mouth and start chewing it. I guess I'm gonna have to have everything in the room.
You get to see like beads of sweat starting to form on his side.
This is starting to feel weirdly fetish.
Yeah.
Is that deer meat?
Why is that? I'm gonna go. Why is everything in this building so fortified? Why need to be tied down?
Say nothing. Don't tell her anything.
So you won't be upset if I untie you? That's not gonna upset you at all?
Get out of here.
No. What are you gonna do about it?
You can tell he wants to just say some things or do something, and he's just not.
Clearly, the poor man doesn't need our help. So let's just take what we want and go.
TikTok is like standing in the corner, like working real hard to put stuff together in such a way, and he's like looking through notes and looking through, and at some point he just like looks up and he makes that same alarm noise that he made when the earthquake happened the first time. And just kind of like looks at everyone as like,
Is it about to happen?
They made it sound like it was really important. I don't know. I feel like they should have to suffer the earthquake as well. We should untie them. They're being really rude.
yeah, at that point, as soon as Aquaria suggests that, I pull out a dagger and just go and start cutting.
They
up
start trying
the
to
ropes.
kick you away, and it's like they're tied down, they're restrained, but they're like kicking at you, like stop it, stop it. You cut them away.
I'm gonna go
Yeah, I'm gonna-
open up all the book cabinets.
Which one do you cut open first?
Whichever one looks the least physically imposing, because I think Justin can just grapple him again. So
Right.
whichever one looks the least physically imposing.
I mean, there's a half orc, two half orcs, a half elf, and a dwarf.
I said elf.
Yeah, we'll do the half elf. Which
Okay, so you
I
go.
guess of the ones there is,
Right.
or well, like, do any of them look particularly malnourished or
No, they all look like
well-fed
average.
custodians?
But you do get the sense that if you cut them loose, they're probably going to be aggressive towards you the way the ones downstairs were.
Right.
So you do run that risk if
Oh,
you cut them
please
loose.
don't cut them open. I don't want to deal with another one. Yes, I could use a soul stone, but it's in blood. Think about poor Hilda.
Wah, wah, wah. Puts the dagger away.
Thank you, TikTok, for seeing reason.
So then there's stairs up, and then there's two more doors,
Let me
correct? You
check my
said?
map here to make sure I tell you
Oh,
correctly.
yeah.
There are. As you're looking in this room, there's the stairs you came up from, and there's another staircase that's going up, and then there's a door in the back of the room.
I'll try one more time with the men tied down. I'll just be like, please, we want something, you want something. Perhaps we'll get out of your hair if you just tell us And tell us, is there anything of relevance in this room that we can go? Maybe somewhere more relevant we can go with cool people, or I don't know, alcohol.
Cool people.
Their mouths are shut at this point. You just, by the way, I don't know if I said this. There's 8 chairs in the room, and then 4 of them are filled.
So, and there were 3 downstairs, so there's one missing somewhere. Stonky. I keep thinking of Shrek. Stonky. I think I go to the door in the back and jostle it. Is it open?
It does appear to be locked.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do a thieves' tool then.
Okay, let me check my map here to make sure that
While he's doing that, can I tie myself to one of the chairs?
if you're talented.
Justin, I'll help you. I don't understand.
What a weird response to any question.
You can certainly try.
Justin, I'll help you. This looks rather awkward.
Maybe I'll feel something. Like there's something with these chairs.
I can. Yeah, of course.
It's not a thing. I promise.
No judgment.
It's not a thing.
There's no judgment here.
With that being said, I pull out my chain.
Well, you must. Now I'll help him tie him up to the chair next to one of the orcs.
Okay, and they're just staring daggers at all of you as you do this.
And
No, nothing. You feel restrained. I will give you my restrained condition card from the deck of mini.
Do you feel anything, Justin? Or
Maybe it takes a while to settle. Let me chill.
okay.
You are restrained.
What would I add for that thieves' tools? Is it?
So, are you proficient in them?
Yes.
Yep. So you can do a dexterity check with your proficiency modifier for being proficient with the thieves' tools. So just add your dex modifier and the proficiency modifier, and that'll work.
I think my proficiency is what?
It's right
Plus
under
3, probably.
inspiration.
Yeah, probably.
I think you should all be
Plus
plus 4 at this point. Oh, level 9.
So then I add 7 total to that. That's 13. Not great.
Nope.
I look over because I know there's someone probably better with it. So I look over at Giannis and I'm like,
Oh, TikTok, please no. You know how I hate doing things. Okay, fine. But if there's not something cool in here, then I don't want to go. We go somewhere else. Deal? And I'll go over.
Okay.
yeah,
24.
yeah.
It does not open.
Ooh.
See, this is what I get for trying to.
What's it made out of?
The door's made of iron.
Can you see through the keyhole?
No.
What was I even trying to do, TikTok? This is embarrassing for me.
You get the sense that this is no ordinary lock.
Right.
Like, if it was an ordinary, like, you did exactly what you should do to unlock this door, and it did not unlock. So you know there's something else happening here that's
Now,
keeping this door locked when it shouldn't be.
we go back to Justin and the other tied up guys, and we're like, "What's with the door? That's not a normal lock."
Don't say anything. Keep it quiet.
At this point, I'll pull a dagger on the half elf, and I'll be like, "If you don't, I'm afraid this is going to have to end in a way that I assure you I do not want to do."
I would die for Stonky.
Oh God, mother. Antiquated.
You just put his throat right in the dagger. Just like, I would die for him.
Lost all.
This is getting kinkier.
Yeah.
Over here.
Yeah, TikTok's in the corner.
I don't know, Aquaria. Can you convince them, perhaps?
Yes. I'm gonna attempt to charm person.
Okay.
Attempt to charm. Can I actually like suss out who looks to be? I would like to try to suss out who might be the least devoted here.
Give me an insight check.
Ooh,
Nice.
nice.
I got a 21.
A 21.
Yeah.
All right. So looking through here, kind of looking at each of them, the one who hasn't really spoken is the dwarf.
Okay.
Maybe the dwarf is the one to go.
Yeah, and it was the other dwarf that came up to us. So maybe Maybe they know each other. Okay.
Feels weirdly
Okay, so
fantasy
I'm
racist.
gonna try to.
Dwarves know each other.
They're both custodians.
I know.
All custodians.
At least all the custodians
You're a
don't work at the
custodian?
same place.
Now it's fantasy classist.
They work at the same place. Do they not? Is Candlekeep bigger than I was
Don't
thinking
worry.
it is?
I am with you. I am morally and soundly with you.
Yeah,
I know what you meant.
I mean, Hilda knows half the custodians everywhere we go.
Is Hilda still downstairs cleaning?
Where's
They
Hilda?
have a union. Okay?
What is Hilda? That is a question I always want to know.
She's downstairs. She's still
Oh,
cleaning.
bless you, Hilda.
Just for far.
All right, do I have a saving throw to
charm,
do?
Make a save, and it's 16 that you have to beat.
Which kind of
a
save?
wisdom
Wisdom
save.
save? Nope.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to talk to this dwarf, and you haven't said it a lot. Are you scared? Oh my god.
Well, to be honest, I'm a bit afraid, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of scary things are happening. You know, I saw another dwarf earlier today, and he just dropped dead out of nowhere.
It was awful.
And I look at you, and I like see his eyes, and
Which-
it brings me sadness.
Which dwarf did you see?
I didn't. He dropped dead before he could tell us his name.
Was it Buren?
Yeah.
Is that where he went off to?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I do.
Buren.
I say his last words one more time in his exact voice to see if that voice is familiar.
Oh, that's his voice. Buren. Is that why he left? Oh, I knew he didn't have it in him. He wouldn't follow through. He's dead, you say?
No! And I run downstairs and I come back up and I
Oh
use
my God.
use my hat
Nice.
deception, my hat of disguise to come back as Buren. And I have
Does it-
the actor feat as well.
Does it change your size?
I think I can adjust within like a foot. I think.
So a fairly tall
dwarf.
And I'll stay kind of back. Like I won't go too near.
It's a forced perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also extremely tall for some
You
reason.
stay on the third stair, but the
Yeah.
stair.
Right. This is me. This is me. There. No, I don't help them.
Give me. You heard his voice say 3 words. So give me a deception check.
Okay,
It's
perfect.
a little tough. But you got the actor feat. What does that give you?
Actor feat is advantage on.
Okay.
On charisma. Let me see if I have my feats here somewhere. Actor, you gain +1 charisma. You have advantage on deception and performance checks.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh,
Not
that's
great.
Not good. So that's a deception. 16.
Advantage, right?
16 got
Yeah,
advantage.
or
Oh, there you go.
yeah, there you go. 24.
Buren, is that you? Are you alive?
Yeah, it's me.
Alive?
I gave these blokes the book.
Why'd you give him the book? Did you bring it back?
No, they have it. The bird one has it.
You better put it away. Get yourself strapped in. We're almost ready to go.
I know we're ready to go, and where I was confused on where we were going. Could you run it by me one more time?
You don't know where we're going.
Of course I do. I'm just saying you should tell me so I can be sure that this is the right choice for me.
Buren, you know where we're going. We're going to space.
TikTok goes, space, the final frontier.
That seems weirdly out of place, TikTok. I know, in space it's just it's such a big place, you know, maybe I'm better off here.
Buren, we've been working all this time. They don't pay attention to us. They think we're nothing. We're gonna show them. We're gonna show them how to keep all this knowledge safe.
And how are we gonna show them again? By just going to space? It just doesn't make sense to me.
By taking all the important books into space where no one can get them but us.
Oh, we're taking this whole place to space, are we?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So sit down. The clock's ticking.
How much time do we have?
Not long now.
You want to make sure Hilda doesn't hear all this conversation. She's going to unionize with the other custodians.
Perhaps we don't want these strangers to come with us. Well, let's push them in the other room.
Oh, I thought they were with you.
Well, they are, but I now have decided I want them to go in the special room.
Special room.
You mean downstairs?
Yes.
Oh. Well, you know how to get there.
Yeah, but again, if you just say it for us all to hear.
Don't you remember?
Why don't you just tell me one more time?
Oh, I swear. Mother always said you were the problem.
Oh, you're right.
All right.
Brothers.
Just go down to the bookcase in the entranceway and move the book. You know the one.
Right, just one more question. I do, but for Mom's sake, you know, I always got Dad's memory and Mom's good looks. What would the book be?
You know, the Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes.
Of course. All right, I'll do it. And I kind of gesture everyone else back down with me and like, come on, you lot. And see if we can go back down towards Hilda.
I'll try to wobble over, but
I'm going to stay there, and I'm going to be like, I need to get in that room. I need to get in that room up there, and it's super locked.
Well, yeah, he cast his spells on it.
Oh, well, that's just so inconvenient, though.
I mean, it's his study. I mean, he doesn't want us going in there, right?
Well, that's kind of rude. I mean, you said that no one takes you seriously, but then, like, the guy that's supposed to be on your side, like, has this big wall between you guys? That sounds like he's also going to have walls in his heart.
You know, I never thought about it that way.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like he's that much better than anybody else.
I mean,
How much do y'all get paid?
we're just doing this for the recognition, really.
How much do y'all get paid at Candlekeep?
He said it's for exposure.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Oh no!
Oh no, honey, I've been in this business for so long. That's the way that somebody says they don't want to pay you.
Well,
Exposure happens when you make it happen.
they're gonna notice us when we get this place to space, and no one can get the books. They're gonna know that they should have let us in. We should have been one of the avowed, and then.
Okay. Does anyone know that you're going to space?
Oh, they'll know when we get there.
Oh,
How?
They'll see it.
exposure.
Everyone's gonna see it.
While this conversation is happening, TikTok goes back to the door and casts Identify. I want to know what spell was put on it.
Yeah.
Arcane lock.
oh, Knock works on it. I guess I wouldn't know that, but
Yeah, I don't know this information yet, though. But I will also
Metagamer.
interrogate this guy.
Yeah.
I will say, well, I need to give this guy a piece of my mind. He sounds like he does not have your best interests at heart. That is deeply upsetting to me.
You want to talk to Stonky?
Yes.
I mean, he's downstairs getting them contraptions ready.
And I've already like made my way down with the book, and I'm just like, woo-hoo-hoo.
Well, I need to go talk to him here in a minute. Do you think that he's keeping anything secret from you guys in that room?
I mean,
Be honest with me. Do you think that he's honest with you all the time?
well, yeah, that's why we trust him.
Yes, but would an honest person need that intense of a lock if it's just supposed to be y'all here?
Well, I mean, we never knew if someone might break in like you did.
If you never knew...
I mean, I know we're friends and all.
TikTok
Yeah,
comes
if
over
you never
to
knew, then why does he need the lock?
Aquaria and goes, woobly woobly.
Got it, okay.
It's like the Doug theme song.
It's my lock noise.
How long does per person last? Is it an hour?
It is...
It's a good long.
It's a while, yeah. An hour.
An hour.
An hour, yeah.
So he's a good buddy.
Tied to a chair.
Hey, friend.
His brother's downstairs.
Yeah.
Y'all should sit down though. Tie yourselves up. I mean, it's gonna be a rocky ride.
When does this thing go off?
I mean, he's already set the timer, so
I haven't even picked out
it's any
space
minute now.
outfits. Any
Oh,
minute
God.
now. Oh my gosh. Hilda?
Let's just say that Connor's character's name is apt for this adventure.
We're on the clock now.
Great.
So you've got knock, right?
Yeah, I do. I will, I'm going to go ahead and cast Knock.
I think on TikTok, I tried to do it first.
Right.
And then Connor's like, no, you got knock, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, she knew it. I was just like, let's go ahead and do it then.
Yeah, I imagine
All right.
that I've had to unlock a lot of locks before. I'm like, yeah, got it.
So,
Got it, yeah.
offhandedly,
Yeah.
it's unlocked.
So I'll cast knock on that door, and I'm done talking to this dwarf for now.
Okay.
But I still like him. Before I leave, I'm gonna be like, did you know that there was a custodians union?
What's a union?
Oh.
I feel so bad.
All these
We
books and
brutally
none of them are
murdered the
about-
custodians
Yeah.
downstairs for
All they wanted was exposure.
exposure.
What do you guys want exposure for? Oh my god! I mean, y'all know, like, I'm Aquaria, and my friends are the Googlies. If you need exposure, just like, I don't know, you can be on one of our shows. What do you need?
He just like loses glassy eye. Doesn't know what you're talking about.
Gooblies! And
But the door is unlocked in front of you.
yeah,
Okay.
TikTok
Fine.
goes into the room.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Yelling
another
gooblies.
another circular chamber. It appears to be a private study with a large bay window, which jives with what you heard. You see a fireplace along one wall that is unlit and is faced by two burgundy armchairs that you both may enjoy. One is large and one is small. There's tall bookcases built into the wall opposite the fireplace. There are contents protected behind wood and glass doors, which look familiar too. There's a rolling ladder attached to the ceiling rails that allows you to get to the highest shelf. And there's an oak table bolted to the floor, flanked by two high chairs designed for shorter people, and two chairs built for non-human sized folks. Or sorry, for human sized folks. So two small and two larger. Lying on the table is a small piece of paper.
Gotta check out that paper, baby.
All right, as you go pick up the paper, and it appears to be a list. What languages do you speak, though?
I've got. Let me see. I think I've got Orin, Common, and Goblin.
You
Are the
cannot
ones that I
read
can
this list. Is
Can I read this list? I speak Common, Elvish, Celestial,
Ooh.
and Halfling.
nope. Does
Nope.
Justin read?
I do, but it's undercommon. That's all. I can.
Undercommon? Nope.
I'm not there.
Yeah.
I
Downstairs.
went to go see our buddy.
It is in some sort of script that you do not recognize.
Don't recognize
And
it
it looks,
all.
it does look vaguely familiar. It's probably a language you may have seen before, but you don't read it.
Yeah.
Don't think I have it prepared though.
I will, yeah, I can cast Comprehend Languages.
Right.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yes, I think you should use up all your spell slots.
That's what.
yeah,
that's the
my
tough
whole
thing.
Yeah.
What
Okay,
languages
wait.
does Hilda read?
Common.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course, yeah. Is there? So there's, in terms of like, there's not anything else in this room,
There's
books wise, or there's just the furniture.
you can look through the books if you want to.
TikTok's not gonna not look through the books.
Okay. So you kind of look through them. Most of them are dull treatises, but there's a couple that draw your attention.
Mm-hmm.
You do notice that the books are not arranged alphabetically in this room. They're arranged by color, which seems interesting. And you kind of scan through the shelves. You do notice a couple. There's one called Hero's Feast, a cookbook. You notice that one? There is another book there that's called Stonky Knot Toppers, Spells O' Plenty. And then there's a final book that draws your attention, Trobriand's Machinations, Volume 10.
TikTok grabs that one and keeps it because
Okay.
I think Machinations is good, interesting. I toss Aquaria the Stonky book and I go for Stonky, and I just as I throw it, and then grab the cookbook and I just yell Hilda's name. In Giannis's voice, Hilda! Hilda!
So spoiled by it.
Hilda, make your way up the stairs.
And I give her the book.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
And I'm immediately digging in. I don't know if everyone else is as well, but
I'm going to immediately tell Hilda that this place is going to space. And it's up to her if she wants to come or not.
Well, This place is going where?
I think this whole place is going to be launched into space, and I mean, I'm trying to figure out what's going on here, but I just need you to be aware of that because, like, obviously, I'm not going to control you or make you do anything that you don't want to do. I'm saying this very loudly in front of the other custodians.
This building.
I think so. Yeah, isn't that right, guys? And I'll gesture.
Seems like
You
it.
mean space?
Yes, space.
The final frontier.
I can wait for you outside.
Okay,
Fair.
you do that, and then I'll just toss her a couple gold pieces,
Thank you, ma'am.
in
So
case we're
kind.
gone for a while.
Well, in that case, I think I grabbed the book back from her.
Oh. Certainly. I'll be down the road. And she
Okay, I give her like a little like smooch on the forehead or whatever. And
And she goes down the stairs and out the front door. Out of this adventure.
Yeah, you hear, oh, Hilda, I'm so glad you're here.
Right, Hilda, what are you
Oh, okay, I'll see you in a bit. Not space for you then.
yeah, I just wanted to publicly and performatively be really nice to
Yeah.
Hilda.
To the whole.
But then I guess
trusted.
I reach the cookbook out to Justin and I'm like, Hilda.
I'll keep that for her.
Okay. And then I want to know what's in the machinations because I assume potentially something with this building trying to launch to space will be related in there.
Okay. Looking through it, the person who wrote this book maybe doesn't seem to be all there. It's a lot of rambling notes about building different kinds of constructs. It's kind of robotic in nature. It's filled, though, with ravings and drawings of contraptions. So, yeah. It's hard to know what to take from it exactly. It is full of just madness and weird constructs.
Okay, interesting.
And this is volume 10.
Yeah. First of all, do I find anything that looks like I could, one, pass it off as my own, and two, sell it for a good amount of money?
I mean, there's the other books just look very dull.
Uh-huh.
Like the titles, like I don't know, this would be profitable or marketable.
Oh no, I mean of the constructs in the book.
Oh, the contracts in the book?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It might take you some time to really sort them out, depending on your Arcana skill and your
Right.
skills. You might be able to do something with this.
And then I guess last thing, is there anything specifically about like space or any kind of?
No.
Okay,
Nothing like
nothing
that
in
in
this
there.
book. Interesting. All right.
I want to go downstairs with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
You all head downstairs.
Sure.
That's where Stonky is, and I want to talk to him.
Yeah, I guess the only other question I had was what was up the last set of stairs, but I think if Stonky's downstairs, we'll get more answers out of there, so I go down.
They come back and I got sidetracked by Stonky and I'm just eating the food. It's like, oh, just like lush, just like, oh, fruit and meat. Oh, this is so good. Do we have to go find Stonky? Can't we just let this blast off and we'll figure out a way later to get back?
I think Stonky has quite a large sum of money if he's able to retrofit this place to go into space.
Not a bad point. My own salted meats. All right, we can go.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so,
we make our way, I guess, further down.
so you go to the bookshelf and you find Morton Canaan's Tome of Foes,
Right.
and you pull it out.
Oh,
And-
the TikTok of his books.
But it doesn't come all the way out. It just comes out a little bit and then kind of gets stuck. And as it does, the bookcase starts to move off aside.
Oh,
And there's
I'm
a
just like, oh, gross.
staircase behind the bookcase, leading down.
TikTok, Justin. This seems like a you thing. I'll follow you.
Seems like it. Shall we?
Okay. You start to head down the stairs. And it's a little darker down here. There's still some oil-burning lanterns along the wall as you go down this kind of spiral staircase going down into the underground portion of this building. And you remember looking in your book, the Candlekeep Dekonstruktion book, and seeing the lower levels in here and the weird machines that were apparently part of the original construction of this building.
Yeah.
And the air starts to grow warmer as you get deeper down. And is there anything you'd like to do as you're going down the staircase, or do you want to
Kind of grossly walking down, like don't want to touch anything as it feels like it's more humid. Well, where's Hilda when you need her? Could a fan or something at this point.
Yeah, you're definitely starting to feel clammy and sweaty.
How unrelatable.
And as you reach the bottom of the staircase, you see a 30-foot diameter room opening up directly underneath the barn door tower. You see 4 10-foot long metal cylinders protruding from the 20-foot high ceiling. They're all glowing with intense heat and shedding bright embers that rain down on the floor. And you see 4 mechanical constructs resembling wolf-sized, dog-headed cockroaches marching in a circle around the perimeter of the cylinders. And we'll see you next week.
Oh, gross!
Why is it always cockroaches?